Okay, here we are for day 4 of our writing. So today we're going to actually write out your sentence that you came up with and you organized the information yesterday. So before you do, look at 2 different ways to write a long sentence. Now, there's generally a hint over on the side. It's always good to read these hints. For instance, fanboys. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. It'd be a great idea to either memorize the coordinating conjunctions or keep a list of them handy. They're pretty easy to remember if you can remember fanboys. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. A conjunction is a word that connects one thought to another. Keep that in mind as you get ready to write a longer sentence. Now, a compound sentence joins together 2 or more simple sentences that have equal and related thoughts. A common way to write a compound sentence is to separate each thought with a comma and then add a coordinating conjunction, for, and, nor, but, or, yet. So, to connect them. So here's an example. So I enjoyed smelling the cookies while they baked, but I'm on a diet and cannot have sweets. Now, take out this word, change this to a period. Okay, if the 2 make sense as 2 sentences by themselves, then that means that this is a compound sentence. So let's see if it does. I enjoyed smelling the cookies while they baked, period. Is that a sentence? Yes, that's a complete sentence. Now remember, we take this out. I'm on a diet and cannot have sweets. Is that a sentence? Yes. So they took 2 sentences. They took out the period, put a comma and a conjunction, and put it all together. That's a compound sentence. And that's how you know is that both of those thoughts can stand alone as a sentence. I enjoyed smelling cookies while they baked. I'm on a diet and can't have sweets. Okay, so those can be alone by themselves. Both sentences are related. They're of equal importance. So it was easy to join them with the coordinating conjunction, but the comma always goes before the conjunction in a compound sentence. Keep that in mind. Now here's another type of sentence, a complex sentence. These are similar, that they also join 2 or more related thoughts into one sentence, but only one of these thoughts can stand alone as a sentence. This type of sentence uses subordinating conjunctions instead of coordinating conjunctions because part of the sentence depends on the other part in order to make sense. Examples of subordinating conjunctions are words like although, because, since, while, after, even, though, until, whereas. You don't need to remember all the subordinating conjunctions. There's way too many of them. But it is helpful to know that if it's a conjunction and not one of the fanboys, then it is subordinating. So here's an example of a complex sentence. Even though, this is our subordinating conjunction, they smelled delicious, I didn't eat any cookies. Notice that only one of these thoughts could be alone as a sentence. I didn't eat any cookies. Even though they smell delicious is not a complete sentence. So do you notice why this is complex? It's got one that can't be alone and one that can be alone. So it's easy to make a complex sentence even longer. I could easily have done this by adding another subordinating conjunction. You can do this lots of times in the same sentence. Even though they smelled delicious and even though they were warm from the oven, I didn't eat any cookies because I'm on a diet. See how easy it is to write long sentences? Just have to be very careful where you put things. Okay, let's go to the next page. Now, step 3, you're going to write your sentence, including all the information in the list from that previous page that we did from step 2. Be sure to give this information in the order listed. Don't worry about whether to write a complex or compound. Just write the best sentence that you can, and then let me see. I'd love to see it. Now, you can, if you want to, since this is pretty short, you can email this to me if you'd like to, or you can just put it on Google Classroom, or you can just wait until I see it. It doesn't matter. But I do want you to write it down for sure. Okay? Now, you're not going to be doing this. You're just going to write your sentence right here. Okay? Now, when I do see it, I might have some suggestions, and if I do, I'll let you know. All right, so that's actually your assignment for the day is to write that sentence. However, for day 5, I wanted to show you what to do on day 5 as well so that you don't have to have another video tomorrow. It's real easy. Now, you get and this is after you've written your sentence. You can show off a little bit. All right, what you're going to do is you are going to take a piece of paper. This is your format. Okay, you're going to put your name and the date right here. You're going to leave some space, and on the top line of your notebook paper, you'll put your title. Then you're going to have another space, and then your perfect sentence goes here. Put a space, and then you're going to write the process you used to write the perfect sentence. You don't have to do that. I know the process you went through because I was helping you do it. Now let's read what this says. You're going to write your name and the date in the upper right corner. Skip 2 spaces. This tells you what to do, just what I just told you to do. Okay? And you are going to write your sentence. I actually skip a line after your sentence and write a brief explanation. Yeah, so you'll put your sentence, I guess, on that paper. But I think you're not supposed to do this until after I have checked your paper. And then this would be sort of like a final copy. So you might want to do that. Just kind of email me your sentence and see if I give you any suggestions. And if I do, then take it and rewrite it with some of my suggestions in there and do it just this way. And actually, I may just grade this since this is kind of a formal copy, and you can send that to me or put it in your folder and I'll get it next time. This is just if you're using the book. Now, at the end of every single lesson, we'll have this student progress report. I would love for you to fill this out. This would be wonderful, okay? This is really for you to keep, though. You just fill out exactly what you think. You just answer these questions and then keep it for yourself. So that when we get finished with all of this writing, you can go back and you can see how you have progressed. And that would be wonderful if you do that. So, okay, so your assignment is to go ahead and write your sentence and send it to me. Wait for my suggestions, and once you get my suggestions, go ahead and write it formally on a sheet of paper. If you'd like, I guess you could even type it and then send me your final copy if you want to. Okay, and then I'll give you a grade. I don't quite know yet what I'm going to make it worth, but I'll let you know once I do. So anyway, if you need any help on anything, look back in the book or let me know and I'll be happy to help you, okay? That's all for today.